Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Some could say I'm a seasoned commander in the Elite Dangerous galaxy and I've spent hours exploring distant planets, trading, engaging in combat and seeing the rebuy screen quite a lot. But there's one aspect of the game that's felt a little, I don't know, off. Let's talk about the SRV, the Scarab and the Scorpion, the Surface Reconnaissance Vehicles. Now, while they offer a way to interact with these planetary environments currently as they stand, to get around a little bit quicker, to pick up materials, to lay down some whoop-ass in regards to perhaps the Scorpion, and in some cases the Scarab, against your enemies, I do feel they are lacking a little bit of extra depth and excitement in the game. What do you think? Well, I think there's room for improvement. So then, commanders, let's buckle up, let's strap into those SRVs and embark on a journey to think about how we could revitalise the surface of the Elite Dangerous galaxy through the windscreen of an SRV. That's right, commanders, it's now all about the SRV, the Surface Reconnaissance Vehicle, or whatever we're calling the Scarab these days. Now, the introduction of the SRVs happened, well, the first one, the Scarab shall we say, happened during the Horizons update of Elite Dangerous, where commanders wanted to be more connected with planets in the Elite Dangerous galaxy. This major update added planetary landings and exploration to the game, making an SRV a crucial component of the whole experience. Since its introduction, the SRVs have become a popular feature amongst players, picking up materials, performing certain missions, that sort of thing. This then took a little bit of a change around update 9.1 for Elite Dangerous Odyssey. Here we go, here came a brand new SRV called the Vodal Scorpion, to go with the Vodal Scarab, a more tactile, a more tactical, a more tank-looking SRV, boasting 2-player mode. You could have someone man the turret while someone drives around in the car, and a slightly reduced cargo capacity. The SRV Scarab, the Vodal Scarab, had its cargo capacity increased from 2 to 4 tons, but remained a single-player conveyance. Now, while these SRVs are two completely different types of vehicle, they all fit in the SRV bay of the current ships, and that's great. They can be used for exploration, resource gathering, combat, and then some missions that also specifically require the use of an SRV to complete those objectives. Now, the features of the SRV have varying degrees of durability between the Vodal Scorpion and the Scarab, the Scorpion being, like I said, a bit more rugged. There's the speed, manoeuvrability and storage, which we talked about. With the weapons, the SRV Scarab comes equipped with a nice plasma turret, whereas you get missiles and also a plasma turret on the Scorpion. However, customization is limited, and this is where I think there really is an opportunity in the game of Elite Dangerous for engineering for your SRVs. Now, with the Vodal Scorpion, the combat version of the SRV you could call it, that was introduced and specialised in as an SRV variant, shall we say, for combat. This kind of tank unit, reconnaissance unit, right, has its own strengths and weaknesses, but like I say, does give players the opportunity to have multiplayer on board. One in the turret, firing off missiles, firing on plasma, while the other one navigates the treacherous terrain, getting you where you need to be. And this has been quite good. With this aspect of things, I'm surprised there's not a more like a battle tank aspect to the SRV. Everyone concentrates on racing. Brilliant, fantastic. Everyone concentrates on exploration. Also that Vista genomics and bio exploration as well, looking for all those lovely mushrooms and blades of grass that you get in Elite Dangerous. All have an option here for an SRV. I mean, resource extraction has always been an option with the SRVs as well, back when there was just the Vodal Scarab. allowing you to mine materials from rocky outcrops. This could be expanded no end, I believe, to make things a bit more connected to the whole player experience. Perhaps even adding in the ability for you to get out your SRV with a mining tool and then mine the rock on foot. That could be something that's coming, on foot mining. Who knows? But I think that would certainly add to augment what you can currently do with the SRVs in game. What about base defences? Defend your bases in an SRV. We don't see much of that, do we? In fact, not at all. You go in, you take people out, that's the end of it. Perhaps even if you're defending a container from pirates or even the fuzz, you can park there in your SRV, but there's nothing really there saying, hey, get an SRV, man up with the rest of the commanders with the SRVs, get in there and defend this base. Perhaps there could be. Perhaps this is another option. Who knows? I've always thought that vehicle customization for the SRVs are lacking. Instead, we had another variant when the Scorpion came along. However, I've always noticed, well, why not have a trailer? Why not make your SRV a bit more aerodynamic with a spoiler? Why not make it a little bit more, I don't know, customizable? For example, with kits on it. Yes, you can change the colour and the colour of the weapons and all the rest of it, and even the voice assistant inside of it. That's as far as it all goes. I think weapon and equipment upgrades include systems for upgrading the SRVs could be brilliant. I mean, let's face it, engineers that focus on the Scarab and the Scorpion to make them a little bit more robust, especially when you're down at the Thargoid Spire sites, you know, beefing it up with the Banshees. Extra army would be good. Speed, not so much. There's going to have to be a trade-off and a good balance for all this sort of stuff. In regards to cosmetic customizations, you're kind of stuck with the shapes that we've currently been given, but there is room for a little bit of elaboration. Perhaps with the whole SRV gameplay in Elite Dangerous, enhanced exploration could be an option. Dynamic environments, and by that I'm saying things that are just not fit for you to go out in a spacesuit for. You need an SRV. I'm talking about enhanced weather systems, geological events and wildlife encounters. Now these don't exist in Elite Dangerous other than a couple of geysers and some spouts of steam here, there and everywhere at the moment. But if they did, acid rain pelting on the windscreen of your SRV, you know, that could be something. It would eat through your spacesuit, but not your SRV, at least perhaps for a while. This would also encourage a bit of more exploration by rewarding players for discovering new locations and geological features, and perhaps even more alien artifacts. And these hazards, these environmental hazards, implementing various environmental hazards such as radiation zones, toxic gases, extreme temperatures to get you into the SRV as opposed to walking around in a spacesuit could add that extra level of immersion. And of course there's the social features. I've already mentioned the aspect of perhaps we should have something a little bit akin to battle tanks in there as well. I think that'd be really good. Perhaps canyon racing in SRVs set into the game, perhaps even cave racing in the SRVs or around the hulks of destroyed Titans could be an option. Who knows? Perhaps even the original Thargoid bases could provide racetracks for your SRV. I don't know, it's one of these thoughts that just sort of hit me the other day. Engineer everything, but you can engineer your SRV. Make it more robust. Add extra gameplay elements in there. Bring it more into the forefront of the game. After all, Elite Dangerous, and driving's dangerous, no? Anyway, I've been Ricardo. Thanks very much for listening to what we could do to sort of like, I don't know, bring in the SRVs more into the forefront of the game. Like and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you soon in the next video.